Today we're going to be covering how to import sample packs into Ableton Live. I know a few of you guys have requested this one. I thought I'd give you guys some help. So for those who don't know, a sample pack is a pack of sounds that a creator has made for you guys to use to make new music. A sample pack is royalty free. Make sure you read the description. Every legal sample pack is royalty free, which means that you can use those samples in your own tracks and sell your tracks on and collect 100% of the royalties, permitting that the label that you're signing to doesn't take 50% of that unless you're launching through yourself or through DistroKid. I'll include a link to sign up to DistroKid in the description. DistroKid is a sponsor of mine. They allow you to upload your music to Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Tidal, Beatport, all at once. It's a really great distribution service. It's a distribution service that I recommend, and it's a distribution service that I use when I'm not releasing on my own label or another person's label. I'll include the demo email for my record label, so if you guys want to send any tracks over, I'll be sure to give them a listen and give you a few pointers on what I think about the tracks and maybe sign to the label if you're lucky. So we're looking at one of my own sample packs here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go on Loop Masters or Loop Cloud or musicworkflowacademy.com, and you're going to grab a free sample pack or a sample pack that you like. This sample pack's free for a limited time on the website. It's a bass pack, so basically there's a lot of like bass lines and a couple drum loops in there, so it's actually quite a cool pack. So we're just going to download that now by clicking this button, and then once it's downloaded, we're going to check our downloads, and you're going to see a zip. So we're going to click on that. If you're on Mac, you should see that. It basically just means that you open the file and turn it into a folder, and then once it's been unzipped, I think Windows, you get something similar. You get a file that you need to double click on, or a folder. You might get a folder, and then in there'll be zipped folders which you double click on and then create this folder. And then we just open Ableton Live 11 Suite and we drag the unzipped folder, in this case UKG Bass Pack 132 WAV2, and then we drag it into our places section. And here, once the sample pack's in our places, we can actually start to drag samples in. So let's drag a sample in, see what it sounds like. So yeah, it's just a cool bass loop. Basically, we could just quickly, let's say, so we get a bass loop that's like a nice respace, and then drag some drums. Let's see what that sounds like. Nice, we've got a burial track in 20 seconds. Very cool. Now this pack is available for free on my website, so I'll include that in the description as well for you guys to go and download, and you just get some nice loops. And obviously what we can do is we can chop these up. So if we wanted to chop it up, we just do Command E, and then we can just make our own loop out of a bass loop. If we wanted to do that, and we could like go in and chop up these drums, something like that. And then we get kind of instantly skippier drums that aren't from the sample pack. That's something we'll look at later in more depth, but that's how you install a sample pack into Ableton. It's pretty straightforward. Get the sample pack, drag it into the places, folder, category, section, compartment of Ableton, and then you're free to make a track very quickly using some samples. Very cool. Let's get some more drums in there. So yeah, it's kind of burial inspired, very heavy, gritty, dirty drums. But yeah, very cool, and you guys can quickly layer up basses and drums. So there's a lot of benefits to using sample packs. you can actually create tracks faster, easier, and they'll sound better. Obviously they cost money, but like I said, Music Workflow Academy, we're doing a flash sale at the moment, so hopefully it's still on when you're watching this, and there's a lot of free sample packs on there. If you guys don't know where to find some good sample packs, hit me up at omar.mayhow@hotmail.com. I'll be sure to point you in the right direction. I know all the best sample packs, obviously. I've got quite a few. I've deleted quite a few as well. So once you've dragged them into your places, you can right click, you can rename the packs, or you can right click, remove them from your sidebar, or show them in the Finder. Some people are against using samples and loops, which is totally fine. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to, but your favourite producer probably does use loops, if I'm being honest. So I think it's a good step in the right direction if you don't know where to start. The learning curve is a lot easier using samples and loops, and then once you feel comfortable, slowly, gradually work towards more MIDI, using more MIDI in a track if you feel more comfortable with that. But 9 times out of 10, I'll hear a song signed to a record label and I go, oh, I know that sample, it's from a sample pack I have, but that's just knowledge, I guess. So yeah, guys, that's how you drag a sample pack into Ableton. I recommend using as many sample packs as you can. Keep a rotation of sample packs, so delete 1 or 2 and then load another 1 or 2 in, and then you've got constantly fresh sounds. And if you're getting a brand new sample pack the day it comes out, no one's heard the samples in there, so no one knows you're using audio. There's no way to tell the difference if you're that good. There's literally no way to tell the difference, other than using audio sounds cleaner, crisper. It's got, 10,000 pounds worth of hardware, compression and saturation already on it, which you can't get out of Ableton. So you actually get a lot of nice intricacies and features from each different sample pack. Like some sample packs will have acid loops, and those loops might have come from a Roland TB303, the original acid bassline synthesizer, or they might have 909 samples from an original TR909 pack. And like on my website I've got that packs like that, and the TR909 costs, I don't know, I think thousands of pounds, whereas you can just buy a £25 sample pack with the sounds from the machine, and it's identical. I do recommend building up a setup. So I've got a drum machine, synthesizers and stuff, so a few keyboards, and then you can kind of do live performances with that. But anyone who says to you, you're only allowed to use MIDI, they're wrong, so don't listen to them. I think it's their pride, something wrong with them. But yeah, that's fine. Ignore those people, because they'll never make it in the music industry. They'll try really hard, but it'll never happen, because they're not going as fast as me and you who are using audio, and we learn the music production process a lot quicker and faster. We understand how to finish a track, whereas they're going to get stuck halfway through a track 9 times out of 10, lacking inspiration and not knowing what to do, because they're doing it the wrong way. You need to use more audio basically until you're at a level where you can use strictly MIDI. And even if you want to use strictly MIDI, it's fine to use audio for CPU purposes, or if you find a nice sample. Acapellas are audio, so are you against that? Anyway, thank you guys for listening. That was my tutorial on how to drag a sample pack into Ableton. I hope it's covered most of your questions. Like I said, if you have any other questions, be sure to message me at omar.mayhow@hotmail.com, or you can inbox me through Udemy. Be sure to leave a 5-star review for this course. I'm putting my blood, sweat and tears into it, putting a lot into it. I really want to help as many of you guys as possible. At Music Workflow Academy, we're all about doing what's awesome and amazing, and just helping as many people as possible, and adding value for you guys and making you guys happy. So if you need sample packs, mastering, mixing, anything, artwork, label advice, signing to a label, just send us an email at omar.mayhow@hotmail.com. I've done everything. We do everything. And if you're not sure whether to use audio or MIDI, or where to get your MIDI files from or audio files from, send me a message, send me an email, and I'll be sure to hook you up with the best, latest and greatest stuff. Thank you guys, and speak to you in the next lecture. Peace. Bye.